Ada's childhood was steeped in challenges, but also in dreams. She grew up in the dusty outskirts of Lagos, Nigeria, where life was tough, but her imagination soared beyond her modest environment. Her family of four lived in a single-room home, its cracked walls and tin roof a testament to the years of hardship they had endured. Yet, within this small, confined space, Ada found her inspiration in the form of her father. Her father had been an avid fan of pool, though he never played professionally. On weekends, he'd take her to the local bar, where men gathered around a battered pool table to test their skills. It was there that Ada first saw the magic of the game. The precision, the strategy, the way the cue ball danced across the table and turned possibilities into reality. It captivated her. Her father would tell her stories about the greatest players of all time, especially Efren Reyes, the magician, whose creativity and genius with a cue stick seemed almost otherworldly. One day, you could be like him, her father would say, ruffling her hair. Ada believed him. When Ada was just 10, her father passed away after a long battle with malaria. His absence left a gaping hole in her life, but it also left behind his love for pool. The poster of Efren Reyes he had treasured was now hers, taped to the wall as a constant reminder of their shared dream. But dreams, she quickly learned, did not pay the bills. Her mother, now the sole breadwinner, worked tirelessly selling roasted corn by the roadside. Ada did her part too, taking up odd jobs and later learning to sew, becoming a skilled seamstress to support the family. Yet, Ada never forgot the game. Using scraps of wood and old broomsticks, she built a makeshift pool table in their backyard. She used bottle caps as balls, marking them with chalk to differentiate them. It was crude, but to Ada, it was her sanctuary. Every evening after her work, she would practice for hours under the dim light of a kerosene lamp, imagining herself on a grand stage, sinking impossible shots like her idol, Efren Reyes. Her talent grew, even with her unconventional tools. Ada had an innate ability to calculate angles and predict trajectories. The neighborhood kids began to gather around her makeshift table, watching in awe as she pulled off shots they didn't think possible. They nicknamed her the Broomstick Queen, a title she wore with pride. But while the local admiration was gratifying, Ada's heart yearned for more. She wanted to compete, to prove herself on a professional level. However, the barriers were immense. Professional-grade pool tables, cues, and tournament entry fees were luxuries she could not afford. At 24, Ada's life felt stuck in limbo. She spent her days sewing clothes for clients and her nights practicing on her makeshift table. Her mother, though supportive, often worried about her obsession with the game. "Ada, my dear," she would say, "you are so talented, but talent does not put food on the table. Perhaps it is time to focus on building a life beyond this dream." Ada would nod, understanding her mother's concern, but her heart refused to let go. One day, as Ada walked home from the market, she noticed a brightly colored flyer pasted on a wall. It announced a local pool tournament to be held at a nearby sports club. The grand prize was 100,000 naira and an invitation to an international competition in South Africa. Ada's heart
raced as she read the details. This could be her chance to break into the world of professional pool. But her excitement was quickly tempered by the realization that the entry fee was 10,000 naira, an amount she simply didn't have. She brought the flyer home and showed it to her mother. "Mama, this is it," she said, her voice trembling with both excitement and desperation. "If I can just get into this tournament, I can show them what I'm capable of." Her mother sighed deeply, her weathered face etched with worry. "Ada, we barely have enough to get through the month. Where will we find 10,000 naira?" But seeing the determination in her daughter's eyes, she knew she couldn't crush her dream. The next morning, her mother sold her best batch of roasted corn and even pawned a few pieces of jewelry she had been saving for emergencies. She handed the money to Ada with a soft smile. "Go and show them what you're made of." The tournament day arrived. Ada walked into the sports club feeling completely out of place. The other players were dressed in branded outfits and carried sleek, polished cues in expensive cases. Ada, in her simple dress and worn-out shoes, carried an old cue borrowed from a neighbor. She could feel their eyes on her, some curious, others dismissive. But she reminded herself why she was there. The tournament was a single elimination format, and Ada's first match was against a seasoned player who smirked when he saw her. But as the game began, his smirk disappeared. Ada's unconventional techniques, honed on her makeshift table, caught him off guard. She saw angles others missed, calculated shots with precision, and played with a calm focus that belied her lack of formal experience. She won the match, and the next, and the next. By the time she reached the finals, the room was abuzz with talk of the unknown girl who was defeating experienced players one by one. Her opponent in the final match was the reigning local champion, a man known for his aggressive playing style and confidence. The match was intense, each shot met with gasps and cheers from the crowd. Ada found herself down to her last shot, needing to sink a difficult ball to win. She took a deep breath, visualized the trajectory, and struck the cue ball. It rolled across the table, hit the cushion, and sank the target ball perfectly into the corner pocket. The room erupted in applause. Ada had won. As she stood there, her heart pounding, the realization of what she had accomplished began to sink in. The prize money would help her family, but more importantly, the victory earned her a spot in the international competition in South Africa. The local media quickly picked up her story, dubbing her the rising star. Videos of her matches went viral online, and offers began pouring in from sponsors and mentors who saw her potential. In South Africa, Ada faced competitors from around the world, many of whom had years of professional training and access to the best equipment. Yet, she held her own, making it to the
semifinals and earning the respect of players and spectators alike. One of her matches caught the attention of a renowned coach who offered to train her and sponsor her entry into more international tournaments. With her newfound platform, Ada's life changed dramatically. She traveled to countries she had only dreamed of, competing on the world's biggest stages and winning accolades. But she never forgot where she came from. Using part of her earnings, she established a foundation to support young players from underprivileged backgrounds, providing them with equipment and training. Ada's journey eventually brought her face-to-face with her idol, Efren Reyes, at an exhibition match. Meeting him was a dream come true, and he congratulated her on her success, calling her an inspiration. Years later, Ada's name would be spoken alongside the greatest in the sport. Her journey from a dusty backyard in Lagos to the pinnacle of the pool world became a testament to the power of resilience and the belief that greatness can emerge from even the humblest beginnings. Ada would often return to her neighborhood, visiting the children who now gathered around her foundation's training center. She would tell them, "Dreams don't come easy, but with determination, even the impossible can become possible. Never give up, no matter where you start." And they believed her because they had seen the truth of her words in her life. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the incredible world of snooker players and stories. If you're as passionate about the game as we are, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a shot. Do you have a favorite snooker legend or story you want to see featured? Drop it in the comments section below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep hustling, keep aiming, and remember, on the green felt, every game has the power to make you a legend.